Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Are we here? Oh, there we are.
I'm feeling so esports.
You're
sitting at this
dude,
desk.
No. Dude, see, you know the true illusion now that this is like all just a facade, right?
This is a magical room. There's so much. You guys have no idea what's going on in this room. You have no idea, James.
Should I turn off all like the displays in here?
Yeah, you can turn off. You can turn off combo damage. You can turn off inputs for now. We can work on this later.
Yeah.
So what's up, guys? How you doing today? What's
I'm
going on?
James Chen. Welcome to Ultra Chen TV here on twitch.tv/jchensor. But I have a special guest with me here.
What's up?
I have a special guest. This is Mr. Koogy Please on Twitter,
That's right.
@Koogy Please. But of course, this is the guy who runs the Broken Tier stream. See, I've even got my Broken Tier stuff here too.
I walked in your house.
Uh-huh.
You had a cat in one hand and a shirt on. And I was just like, this is the James Chen I know and love.
Yep, pretty much. I have to support. Yeah.
That's right.
You know, I always, it's funny story because like the first time I realized how potentially powerful commentators could be for support was at the NCR that you showed up.
Absolutely. I remember that very well because that was a crazy moment when I looked at my bank account. I was like, whoa.
Because I remember I mentioned you on stream and then I walked over and you were like, I just got all this spike of views on my website.
Analytics open and it was just, what? I was like, whoa, what happened? Who said my name?
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is cool. Okay. Oh, let's turn down the big music. Yeah, okay, no problem.
That's good. Raven's theme should overpower everything. That's a tip for you guys at home that are viewing. Maybe you're new to Guilty Gear. Raven's theme. Excellent.
So Raven's theme actually has singing in it then, huh?
Yeah, it's in English.
That's so crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Okay.
The lyrics are so edgy.
All right. Well, so basically, you know, I know you've been doing a lot recently on the Broken Tier stream, so follow them on twitch.tv/Broken Tier.
Yes, you guys should do that right now.
Basically, he's been doing a lot to teach people Guilty Gear.
Right.
I've been trying to do a lot of beginner lobbies on Guilty Gear, so we've both been trying to do a lot of stuff for beginners, and so I figured, you know, why not team up our powers here and try to teach people?
That's right.
Namely me.
Yeah, well,
I'm here to
teach beginners, James. You fit the description, so I'm here for you. I cannot reset, so you're gonna have to be the reset button guy.
Oh, okay. So
actually,
can you not do it?
I think this is okay. I was gonna say maybe it'd be better if I was first player because then I can do training mode options real quick because I'm pretty used to it. But
okay.
This should be okay for right now. If I need to change it later, then we'll do it. So. Alright.
So basically what we're just gonna do is Anime Ascension is this weekend, right? So that's gonna be an event here in SoCal. It's run by the Axis team,
right? And
it's gonna be Guilty Gear, Uniel, Blaze Blue,
all the anime games you know and love that you probably don't even know about.
Oh man, I wish people knew more about Uniel. But we are gonna stream here, and so Koogy says, you know what? I'm entering, like this is the first tournament I've entered in like maybe 5 years, it feels like.
I'm so proud of you for doing this. I'm excited to see how this goes.
So Koogy said that he's just going to help train me, and we're just going to do that by playing here in training mode first. Basically 1 out of 1 matches, right?
So if you're following along at home.
Why is your burst not resetting when I reset?
You know what? We're just gonna run with it. This actually works better because this is more like a real match.
Okay, I think you.
Did I press a button?
Yeah, that was
okay.
Okay.
So if you guys are at home and you want to know what the hell we're doing with training mode, we turned off HP regen. We turned off burst regen. So there's no infinite burst now. If you burst, it's gone.
Right.
It's just like a real match, but at any point we can reset the match. I can go into training mode. Show James. It's a little bit faster for learning. When you're not trying to learn basic stuff.
We've got fans here on your stream chat.
Shout out to Boats and Joe.
Yeah,
Boats and Joe's, I love you, bro. Oh man, Grim Fandango. I see you guys. What's up, buddies? Okay, so
a lot of these guys here, like SSJ Tony and Bloodberry, are some of the guys who've been jumping into my lobbies and we've been playing a bunch. So SSJ Tony has a pretty good Chipp, which at least you found out is a bad matchup for Raven, thanks to Dogura and Bears, right?
That's right. Oh man, it's not fun. I found some tech out that makes it a little bit better. Cheezosaurus, I see you too, dog. Don't you even start with me, boy. All right, so. Right, Dogura showed that match is not great, and he showed a lot of respect for Bears by picking Sin and picking the counter match and just whooping his butt real quick, but and it's a hard match. But Raven doesn't have a lot of hard matches, so that's kind of a testament to how solid the character is. That this character is like a possible 5'5", 6'4", and he's like, nah, I'll just play an easier match. He wants to win. So the first thing I'm going to do with James is I need to assess your skill level.
Yes.
It's like, you know, at the carnival, how they have the little hammer game where you have to hit the hammer on the thing and you try to hit the bell.
So that's what I'm doing here. I'm hitting hammers right now.
You're trying to hit the hammer as hard, or use the hammer to hit the thing as hard as you can. And I'm going to be the carny laughing at you. Try again, kid. That's my plan. So we're going to play some matches real quick.
So thank you for guys watching.
Okay, so we're going to start. We could just go right now.
Oh, I'm just gonna. As soon as I reset, let's just go.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
we're just gonna play a few matches and see what happens.
See what happens.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh shoot! Oh boy! Here we go. Why I said here we go. Dude, where did that hit come from? Oh my god, that range was stupid.
There's a lot of things you're going to hear that you're going to say, wow, that's just stupid.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna burst.
So rounds start really quick in training mode. So you just don't sleep. We're in there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
It doesn't have the round 2. Let's go. It's just like you're in there.
I forgot.
It's okay. You're gonna learn.
Oops! I hit the wrong
James!
button.
Oh, you got DQ'd.
Oh,
that's
dude.
DQ.
Okay.
All right. That's okay. That's all right, James. I see how we're playing. I see how this is going.
I gotta use everything in my power to win here. Do you understand?
Here, let me show you level 2.
Oh Jesus! Oh, what the hell was that?
The conversion you can do.
That's sick. Oops, I thought I was flipping. Oh, nice.
Alright, be on your toes. Let's go. Round 3.
Well, that's super abrupt.
Yeah, so right now, we can't really practice round opening strategies, but we can practice the general game plan other than the round stuff.
Oh, you jerk.
I'm sorry, James.
That was so scummy. That was the scummiest thing I've ever seen. Oh, are you making up buttons? What is this, Street Fighter 5?
Yep. You know, Washige worked on Street Fighter 5.
Yeah,
He's a Guilty Gear player.
I know, dude. Stop sandbagging, right. Yeah, because that's exactly what I'm doing here.
It's okay. I've already pinpointed a number of issues that are very easy to fix in your game that will help you out. So we're just going to, I think, do 2 more. And we'll just, we'll go from there.
Yeah. Jesus, that's a left to right. And that's a high. This is Vortex. I do not know how to compete against. Oh my god, I can't even hit a button there.
Nope.
Jesus Christ, this sucks.
It's okay. One more.
This sucks.
It's okay. There's a lot of little things that are going on here that you might not be aware of.
Oh my god. Jesus, that was a jump cancel, wasn't it? Okay. I can't even get any meter to actually to like guard cancel. Like I'm gaining nothing.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So we're gonna stop right now.
What the hell?
All right. So here is an example of very minor things snowballing and causing some issues. So you brought up the first point, which is you never have meter.
Right.
All right. Now, when you faultless defense, there's a penalty applied to your meter gain. So after 1 second, you get 1 second where you just don't gain meter. So I want to do a strat. I'm gonna put you in the corner, just dash at me to get a little bit of meter. Right? So right there. So I want you to try to stop my offense like you normally would. All right, look at your meter now.
Right.
All right, we're gonna hide menu. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, I hate that button. So you had 20% meter 2 hits ago.
Right.
All that meter went away.
Right.
And you did nothing. So your faultless defense, your choices on faultless defense cost you a lot. Whereas if you had just blocked.
So there's no reason to faultless defense him on the air dash.
There is.
Okay.
There's reasons you want a faultless defense. But for example, watch what happens if let's turn on meter again.
Okay.
And you have also input latency on. You have 3 frames of input latency.
Where do I have input?
Right there.
Jesus Christ.
So you were also playing underwater. So we were playing like it was online, and I'm within like hugging distance.
I turned that on to practice online. Yeah.
That's okay. So so now that we have meter on, let's turn off meter gain again. I think I want to make sure it doesn't refill. So do a super real quick. Okay. So I'm gonna do a
it did come back. Yeah.
So we want to make sure you get meter. So gold burst.
So no, that's fine. I just switched it to 0, so now it'll be regular, right?
Alright, so right here. So the first thing is just let Raven push himself out, right? In general, I have 2 options if I want to continue offense. And this is any character in Guilty Gear. The more that they push themselves out, right? If you're in the corner, that's a good thing. You want them to push them out.
Right.
Let's look at this. At this range right here, I'm not a threat.
Right.
Johnny's not a threat, but your goal is not to be a threat at this point. Your goal is to get out of the corner.
Right. But your concept is that you keep interrupting your chains on block.
I do. Right. Well, that's of course I'm doing that because let's just do this. Let's turn on HP and I'm just going to do my mix-up game. And I want you to look only for times to forward punch me.
Okay.
Right, your goal is only to forward punch me.
Okay.
All right.
Now see this is what I found out when I played against somebody else. When they actually dash, like watch, go a screen away, throw a needle, and then like do that thing, right?
Yeah.
And then like
you can't forward punch them. That's actually like a strategy.
Like see right there, right? I get
Raven's
hit, right?
normals are designed for that.
Okay.
So that paintbrush normal, it hits so low on the hitbox that your forward punch invincibility doesn't matter because it hits you low. But that's not really the issue. The idea is that with forward punching, right, it's not going to work. So you have to find alternative options.
Right. Yeah.
So for example, standing punch, right? I'm going to do like some awful things, right? Free counter, right? Because dashing with Raven actually takes a bunch of frames. Okay. Standing kick also works a lot of the time. Right? So all the times that you were losing the corner, if you had just known what button to press, that wouldn't have been an issue, right? The next thing is the meter issue. So burst, gold burst. You got negative penalty. Reset. Just reset the round and then.
Oh no, I need to turn the burst on as well.
God.
So
Guilty Gear training mode. Jeez. Okay, there we go. So now I'm gonna do my pressure, and I want you just to block it.
Okay.
See how not scary this is? If you actually are if your goal is just to block the mix-up and not try to faultless defense and not spend your meter, you can dead angle attack the air dash.
Right.
So you want to dead angle attack the first 2 hits. Uh-oh.
Is this a problem for Johnny then?
No, I think this is I just told you to do something that's not proper.
Oh, okay. Oops. Sorry.
Alright, so let's
You're lying to me here.
Well, the thing is that each character is a little bit different.
Okay.
So, with Johnny, it's a little bit slow. And also, I'm doing jumping punch and then jumping slash. So, with Raven's air dash, it has weird properties with the last attack. See how I recover instantly? So, if the last attack whiffs, then he recovers instantly. So, that's what's happening right there.
Okay.
So, yeah, get the meter. So, try on that the dash part actually is a hit. So, I want you to try to dead angle between that and the jumping slash. Okay, so that is a way better use of meter because it's a guaranteed stop. You used 50%. You're gonna have a meter gain penalty for a second or two.
Yeah, so someone's actually asking, like, wait, so it's better not to faultless defense Raven?
Overall, I think it's not a great idea because it's better to get the guaranteed stop than the potential stop with
Also, like in this situation where you're like, okay, obviously this is not scary, but I also know you can do the empty jump into low, and so I'm like freaking out about that. Right.
But here's the thing. All right, let's look at the damage for this.
Okay.
Is that scary?
I mean,
is that 70 damage scary? Because this is way scarier. This overhead.
Right.
That's double or triple damage.
Right.
And I gain more meter.
Right.
And then you're knocked down in the same position. So it's better to block high than low. And then this is just for this situation.
You're right, but I feel like even if you do hit me low here, then you get this, and I'm still stuck in this situation.
Right. I mean, I'm saying in terms of, like, obviously this is not optimal to be getting hit at all.
Right.
But the goal is to minimize damage. Right. And that means blocking the overheads, waiting for the inevitable low. Because what's going to happen is, if you get hit 8 times by that low, I still haven't killed you. Alright? Now, I'm just getting frustrated. Right? I'm just going to keep doing it over and over. I'm just like, oh, God. See that? Look how much damage I get from that.
Right, but I mean, you're not doing the empty dive into low, right?
Well, right, because why? The damage is not very good.
But it's a good mix-up, though, right?
Yeah.
So.
But right now, what I'm talking about mostly is the fact that when we're doing this experiment, that was actually pretty cool. I'm gonna steal that. Putting that one in the drawer of mix-ups.
In the Koogy book.
In the Koogy book. When you're fighting at least this matchup, right? It's not, you're going to get mixed up. Right. That is inevitable. Just like when you fight Milia, you're going to eventually not block. You're going to get opened up. You're going to take that combo. And you have to be prepared for that, and understand that there's no way you can block everything. Even if you're the best player, Raven's gonna get you with, like, the full screen okie doke like this, where you're just like, oh my God, I thought that was gonna be over.
Right.
And he's gonna get one of those, and that's fine.
Right.
But if you can avoid 90% of the issues, which is really just getting hit by that overhead, and you understand how the overhead works because I can't open you up, now we have to play neutral, and that's where Johnny shines.
Okay.
Is not defending at this range because Johnny has limited options. Johnny right here is scary.
Right.
So that's the game you want to play. So let's go over the two things we just talked about. So meter management, FDing in the corner. It's better to save your meter, just block instant guard, just block the mix-up.
How much meter do I gain for blocking?
Well, reset and then burst, then do a super. Okay, so block.
So it doesn't look like you gain that much for blocking, So
well, its specials build a lot. See, like that, blocking that.
Right.
And my normal's just, it's that. So if you just sit here and block low against Raven at this range right here, right, and you're just gonna build meter. You can instant block. If you instant block, your tension pulse increases, which increases your meter gain. See how that little white line running through your bar?
Yeah.
So try an instant block. I'm just gonna be crouching punch. Right? See how much faster that bar is moving now? And now when you block stuff, you're going to gain a little bit more meter. And when you transition from defense to offense, you're going to then gain more meter.
Interesting. I don't think I ever knew instant blocking increased that meter gain.
Yeah, so, and here's the difference between instant guard and faultless defense. Because this is really important, and this is something that you might forget. Instant guarding decreases your guard stun by 4 frames, but it doesn't push me back as much.
Right.
Right? Now, faultless defense is the opposite. It adds a couple frames of increasing your guard stun, but it pushes me back much more.
Right. Now, once I start blocking a real chain, and I just start doing instant blocking, like, I can't get hit in the middle of it if it's a true block string, right? So you're right. So I should just be going for it every time I block something like this.
I think you should go for very specific normals, which over time you're going to learn.
Okay.
And tension pulse, guys, just to clarify, you see the super meters at the bottom right there? See James it's like right... it's not moving right now. You have to dash forward a little bit. See how slow that little white line is moving through his super meter? See that little tiny white line right there? Super slow. That's like
passing 5th coin.
God, that's as slow as Johnny's 6 heavy. Yeah, it's just gone. So now gold burst, a reset, gold burst, do a super, and then dash at me a bunch. See how fast that line is moving through his meter? And look how much meter you get for each dash.
Right, I know Johnny gains a lot.
See, look at that. That's
so the
crazy.
more you move forward, the faster that line goes.
Right, and now what I want you to do is do super, and now I want you to walk backwards. And watch how slow that will start to slow down. This is actually how you tell when you're about to get negative penalty. Because look, it's not moving at all.
Right.
You see it's now starting to slow down.
Right.
You're going to get negative penalty.
Right.
So,
okay.
And tension pulse is one of those things that you guys, if you're just starting the game, you don't need to worry about this stuff.
Right.
This is very minute. This is to more explain why he doesn't get meter when blocking attacks. So, like, don't get overwhelmed by it. This is just a little fiddly thing that is going to help explain why I'm beating his butt too much. So, all right. So that stuff. To clarify, it's you have to learn how to block specific attacks in the corner. Blocking is better than trying to do faultless defense and instant guard and using all this meter to push me out.
Right.
Because Raven, it's too difficult to do.
Wait, just air dash at me really quick. So that's a counter hit no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just trading with me right now. Okay,
Yeah.
so do that again. So
A lot of characters can 2P.
Right. What I'm just trying to figure out is do I have a combo off of this that I can go into a coin?
Force counter hit? No, okay, I was just checking. You have 5P, 5 heavy, coin, up misfinder.
Say that again?
5P, 5 heavy, coin, up misfinder.
Okay.
Or 5P, coin, 5 heavy,
right.
misfinder.
Will that actually combo? See, that's what I was worried about.
Do
Was that
5P
miss.
coin, then I think
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Yeah, then I would just do up misfinder at that point in time. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I mean, you might be able to recover and do standing kick, standing heavy after the 5P so you can visually react to it.
Right. So that's just a juggle there. Okay, so that's not going to work. Okay.
So,
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out ways to link
Yeah.
it, right? Because I don't want to have to commit to throwing a coin, and
Right.
stuff like that. But,
well, you could just do like 5 kick coin when I'm approaching you.
right.
And then just if the 5 kick is blocked or anything like that, it's good.
Right. Okay.
So
okay.
that's part of the game plan, right? Is dealing with the air dash.
Okay.
But
So,
this is more general
So
information.
someone asked, can you reiterate the difference between faultless defense and instant
Sure.
block? But
Yeah.
let me try to do this.
Okay.
See
let's
if I have an understanding.
Let's test the
Right.
student. Let's go, James.
So basically, faultless defense pushes the opponent further back, but it slows your tension pulse down, and it also increases your block stun by a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Instant block reduces the block stun a tiny bit, but you don't get pushed back as far,
Right.
but it increases my tension pulse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And of course, faultless defense costs meter.
Right.
Instant block is you just do it.
Yeah, you
and
just
it-
do
and
it.
It's free. So.
Now, instant guard. One thing to really point out is that you lose 4 frames of advantage in this. When I'm doing something and you instant guard it, I lose 4 frames.
Right.
So that turns this -10 into -14.
Right.
That turns that into a free punish if I don't cancel it. Even if I do cancel it late, it's punishable.
But so when you're learning the game, you don't want to sit here and try to instant block
No,
everything. 'cause
you
you're just
want
gonna
to
die,
just
right?
like you go in training mode when you play a match. You're like, man, I was blocking a lot. You go and you try, you reload, watch your replays, and you're like, I'm gonna try doing this string, and I'm gonna try instant guarding. And you'll find a lot of stuff is not real once you start instant guarding a lot.
Okay.
And like a good way to think about, as Peter 0611 posted in the chat, a good way to think about it is like you use instant guard when it's a big heavy hit that would maybe put them at like -5 or something like that, and then they're -9, and now you can backdash, you can create some space when you normally couldn't. Like a really good example of this is actually this right here. So if I do this, right, that move, this scratch attack is -3.
Okay.
If you don't instant guard it, I'm pushed back really far away, and I can just do whatever I want. But if you instant guard it and instant air dash at me or something, or you can dash after it, it's -7 now. And Raven's fastest attack is 7 frames, so that gives you plenty of time to kind of figure out what you want to do. Maybe throw out a fort heavy or something like that. And it's not like every move is a little bit different. So like this move is like -15, I think, right? And instant guarding that is a lot easier because it's a 15 frame start of attack, so you can see it coming.
Right.
And down backing and instant guarding is pretty easy in my opinion, just because it's kind of like you're
Safe,
naturally going from neutral to down back.
And you should always gear towards instant guarding as early as possible because if you do it later, then you just get hit, which sucks, right?
And I know that I'm going into this as a little bit in detail, but I want to show you that there is a downside to instant guarding.
Right.
Which is what I just did to you, which is, remember now, you just mentioned before that if you are in a guard stun and you let go of guard, it will continue to guard. Instant block will turn real things into fake things. So crouching heavy scratch is no longer real.
So like, do it again. I'm holding offensive crouch now. I'm gonna block because it's a true block string, right?
Now if I instant guard it,
then
that's
hits,
a counter. And then that is also why this to this normally.
Wait, why did I get counter hit there? Oh, because my meter,
was
yeah,
flat.
my miscalculation.
Now this is a level 4 attack, right? So this scratch is a real combo on normal guard. Instant guarding it is a not a real combo, right? Crouching dust, I'm gonna do low, so block low. Into this into that is not a real combo by 2 frames. So if you instant guard that and jump, it's okay. But if you try to jump without the instant guard, it's actually a trap. So
can I even interrupt you with like a 2P or something?
No,
like that? Oh, okay.
no, do not risk it against the scratch counter. Just jump.
Right.
So that, but now if you try to, I want you to hold up back after my crouching dust. Not after instant guard, just guard.
That you mean?
Yeah. So just hold up after this. So like the moment after between the crouching dust.
Between the hits. Yeah. Okay.
So that right there is a pre-jump frame hit. It's a frame trap. It's a Guilty Gear frame trap. Because Street Fighter frame traps are a little bit different. This is more of a weird one. So that was a really complicated example of 2 options that Raven has that end in the same special, but because of the amount of hit stun or the guard stun that you're in, before you get to it, instant guard dramatically changes the outcome of those 2 situations. Where instant guard, the crouching heavy in a scratch is actually a little bit riskier than doing it against crouching dust in a scratch, where you actually get a full punish. So, I know that was a lot, and that was kind of not helping you specifically, but maybe it explained some concepts to you that you might not have been fully aware of.
Like the tension pulse thing, I had no idea about. I didn't even know that was.
Yeah, that's why like good players like FAB, you'll see him instant guard everything. It's
Right,
not
yeah,
because he's trying to pot buster you, it's because he's building up his tension meter so that when he does get his opportunity to play, he will then get one hammer dash cancel, and then he has more meter to work with.
Exactly. Okay, yeah. Oh no, don't worry, this is going on YouTube, trust me.
Okay. So, those 2 things were, when you're in the corner, just block. There are ways to stop Raven's air dash, of course, and at any time, Bears especially blew me up for this. He was basically saying, anytime you re-jump, whenever Raven does this, this is a free punish, like this. Free punish every single time. Absolutely, because there's nothing I can do. I can do scratch, like if I space it right, I can do that. But that's why would I do that? If you see that once, you're just gonna be like, okay, you're not gonna do that every time. You got a little bit of a damage, but it's not worth the risk because it's gonna trade. So normally I'm gonna do that to try to get that option right there. So after my far range jump cancelable normal, which is far slash, my mix up is this to this, or this to this. And as you can see, that to that is actually pretty slow.
What's the fastest you can hit a button off of that air dash? Oh, so it does take a while then.
It's about 19 frames before the glide hit activates. So if I cancel it immediately instead of jumping slash, that's still 9 frames. So it's whatever this is plus 9.
So I can almost always stuff it basically if you air dash.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you know that, one of the things I did when I played you is I tested a bunch of basic situations to test your knowledge of the matchup. Right? And you didn't know that, so I can just do that non-stop. And Guilty Gear, of course, I mean, any fighting game is like this. Your initial, the first round is you test the opponent's knowledge of the matchup. And then you go ham if they don't know it. You go as ham, or you play a very basic, safe strategy that they don't know how to counter. So that's a big one. Now, someone in the chat earlier brought up blitzing, and blitzing is a very good option against Raven also. And that only costs 25% meter. So if you want a get off me option, you can blitz that. You can hold it and then let go of it, and that'll get a punish. And you don't hold it that long, because if you hold it that long, I can throw you. But you hold it for just a little bit. There you go, just like that. And now I can't burst. You lose a little. You lose 2 ticks of burst. So if you were playing in neutral, right? This is something that I do a lot when I play Slayers. When I walk forward, back and forth, I'm building meter. Like, look how much meter I'm building when I'm just playing neutral with you, right? This is actually how you'll see a lot of Japanese players and a lot of players at
high level players.
Mid to high levels. They're building meter passively. Look how much meter built off a jump forward. You build a lot of meter off of one jump forward, and a jump forward doesn't mean you have to commit. You can just air dash back. But building that meter, like, look at the difference between this right here and that. Like, I'm so close to getting my meter. So sometimes when I'm just about to get that extra, like I'm at 48, 47%, I'll just do this in neutral, because I'm just kind of like, one, it's testing your reactions to see if you're a reactionary player or if you're just like not doing anything.
Right.
And the other thing is it's actually building a little bit of meter, like 1, 2, 3%, and that adds up every time you do it.
That's a good question. So M. Baral says that Blitz is a 1-frame startup. Is that true?
I'm not sure exactly.
Because you can't do it on pure wake up. Like it can't beat true meaties, right? Blitzing will beat true meaties.
I'm not sure.
So do sweep into fireball on me. Oops, I don't have any.
Well, it's definitely not, if that's the case. Alright, so this into this.
Oh,
Yeah,
so I
you
can. So I can. I can do
so for
wake
this,
up into
for
blitz.
this one, you have to blitz twice. This is actually, you can hold it. And it's actually, this is something that if you've never fought against Raven, this is actually something you have to practice.
Okay.
When I play against Ravens, you better fucking believe I blitz every single time because I do not want to block it.
Right.
When you're fighting Chipp in the corner and he's doing his mix-ups in the corner, you need to blitz that. And that's actually the main mix-up is if you know that, then he can go low.
Right. Blitz was largely put in the game to try to fight against the Vortex,
yes.
right?
Well, it's specifically against certain like guaranteed needs, like Slayer's forward kick on wake up. Before you just had no option, you just had to block it. Blitz adds a little bit more leniency to people where before you had slash back, and that was 2 frames. That was like a parry. And that was really hard. It didn't really help a lot of players except the absolute best. So Blitz evens the playing field, and it gives you some more neutral options. Just kind of like what FADC did before,
right?
But not as silly.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little bit more honest, and it can be baited. You know, you can go low instead of that.
Right, because high blitz and low blitz are 2 different things, right? So
yeah, and high blitz.
Let me just give us our full attention for now, so we can just
Yeah, and like knowing when to blitz, and when to hold it, and when to roll it, just like that one song, you know, the Gambler.
Oh, you gotta know when to hold it.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
But dude, did you wait? Crumple me again?
Yeah.
Look at Johnny's animation.
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry.
His hat drops off and he puts it on while he's crumpling.
Yeah, he
That's
catches it and he falls.
While he's falling, he's like, no, I'm not losing my hat. Yo, I'm putting my hat back on, dude. Look at this. Oh. Dude, that's so sick.
Yo, that's so
I don't think I ever saw that.
I don't even know what Ravens does. Do Raven.
Dude, that was sick.
Oh,
Oops, I didn't do the wrong one. I
got
got hold all the way. That's right. Oh, he just crumples.
He kind of hugs himself. He falls over the standard Raven.
But no, that was sick. The Johnny one was sick, dude.
Do you know much about Blitz and like why you use it?
I haven't learned it enough. I know what it does. I know how to use it, but I'm not sure like the times. You know, I haven't implemented it into my game yet.
Okay, so real quick, let's go over Blitz because this is something that will help you dramatically in a lot of matchups where you're not really sure exactly what to do in neutral when you just kind of want to test someone. So I'm going to air dash at you and I want you to blitz me. And I want you to try the different blitz options. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do far slash, instant air dash, slash, punch, slash. Okay, so I'm just going to do that over and over again.
And then I can juggle you, right?
Right, so, I can counter blitz that.
Right.
If I had the meter, so let's try it again. Oops, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Right, the mix-up becomes a counter blitz like that.
And then I have
and then you have to counter blitz, right? And there's 9 frames each time we do that.
Okay.
Every successful blitz gives you back half the meter you spent. So if you have a full meter, you can have a blitz party. Now, the counter to the blitz party is going low, right? Or run. I don't
dashing up and throw or something.
Well, like I think dash up throw is a little bit risky just because like that, right? Like I can do that. There's also...
Isn't like holding blitz supposed to help counter that a little bit?
Holding blitz will blow up any other blitz, so you can't blitz a hold blitz.
Oh.
So hold blitz, and here's the thing: the advantage of hold blitz is just like in Street Fighter 4, the damage proration is very good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do a ton of damage off of
Yeah, Raven normally does
about
a little bit less than that normally.
Right.
So basically, blitzing is incredibly important. So now in that situation, a good example of when you hold it, right? So let's say I'm going to do my knockdown, mix up, and you're going to hold it. And then I don't want you can hold it the whole time just to see what happens. Yeah, this is actually kind of tricky to do, so. Right? Now if you hold it, I can actually throw you as you're approaching me.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that if you do that you realize that in situations where I'm in the air, like I'm going to come down, I can recover in time.
Right. Okay.
So I can stop that. I can't blitz it, but I can throw it. So I'm going to try it again, just to see if I can illustrate it in actual match. Well, I pressed the button.
Yeah.
The idea is the same. Like I do it a lot in tournament.
Here's a question, really quick. So the only way I can blitz and attack back right away is if I blitz and stop holding it right away. Yeah. Right. Now, if I hold it and don't do a full level blitz, can you blitz an early blitz?
Yeah.
Attack. So you can. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we can. So you try it.
Okay. So it's only the full charge blitz.
It's the red charge.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one is the brutal one. Okay. So why do you use blitz, right? If we're playing neutral and I'm doing like 5T or some like really long range quick recovery attack, blitzing gives you that kind of situation.
Right.
If you have meter advantage and I don't have 25%, blitz is a good option because I can't blitz back.
Right.
And that's a free punish. What's up, Funk Dash? How you doing, man? Good to see you in the chat.
Oh, nice.
I hope I haven't missed any of you guys. By the way, if you're a sub in my stream, I definitely want to see some mappas. Please let me see that beautiful icon.
Right
oh
nice.
Yeah.
Mappas.
Nice. Yeah, broken tier mappa is that icon's name.
Nice.
So.
Oh, you know what? Let me do something really quick
here.
Sure,
go for it.
I want to do something really quick here. Hi, XSplit. Can you please not like live like this? Okay, so what I want to do here is go to my topics here. Change this. Special guest at Koogy, please. Plaz. Twitch.tv/broken tier.
Oh, what's up, Untitled Project? Can
So
Blitz
there
be?
we go. Special guest.
There we go.
Please,
Perfect.
Twitch.tv,
Yes.
broken tier.
You guys should. If you haven't followed my stream yet, you should definitely follow. I stream Guilty Gear 4 days a week, just like this. What I'm doing with James, I do with anybody in the chat. Excuse me. I'm still recovering from the beautiful dude flu, so.
Now I'm gonna get the beautiful dude flu. I'm gonna get the beautiful flu.
The beautiful flu.
The beautiful flu.
It's not so beautiful. Just cough.
No.
You know, honestly, it wasn't that bad.
Flu.
I just have a cough that never goes away. It's the downside.
This is just Slayer's background music, so.
Oh, this is actually Raven's song.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Raven. What did I just say?
Slayer.
I said Slayer. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
It's okay. So, you learned about Blitz.
Right.
Times that you want to hold it are basically when I'm on the ground. If I'm doing like ground stuff. So that stream that I showed you earlier where I did crouching dust into scratch, you can blitz that.
Oh, but I have to crouch blitz that, right?
No. You want to blitz the scratch, not.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. Okay.
You just hold it.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Do it again.
Right.
You can still hit me if I hold it too long.
Right. So you want to go for the guaranteed hit. You put yourself out of the corner. 25% meter actually is only 12.5% after the blitz.
Right. Now, there's not actually a guaranteed hit because you can counter blitz me theoretically.
I can. If I have the meter, I can counter blitz.
But that's the only thing. That's the only thing you can do, right?
Right. So this is an example of when.
So
blitz,
that's a free hit if you don't have the meter for blitz.
And if you're Johnny and you have a level 3 like you should, there you go. You just did 50% off of my one thing right there.
Right. Okay.
So that is.
Yeah. So the Untitled Project asks, is it a mechanic similar to focus attack or not at all?
Well, focus in the sense of holding focus, it is. It's not. There's no FADC canceling.
Right.
It's just it's used in neutral. You can hold it. If the opponent presses a button, it stops them. It absorbs it, but it actually puts them into an animation.
Right.
So unlike FADC, which just hit them
Absorbs
and
it,
absorbed it, and you also don't take damage when you hold it, as far as I know. So it's a little bit different. It has kind of the same flavor.
Right. It has feel.
It also has the frames are kind of similar. So if you block this, you hold up.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right.
So you look at the frame advantage on it.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm actually +5 on that.
Okay.
So
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah.
So also to one of the notable differences obviously is that a fully charged blitz can be blocked, as you just saw.
Yeah,
right?
it can be blocked.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you can just use it in pressure as like a, hey, I'm gonna do this.
So now, so here's a question. Like, let's say I do that sweep into scratch and I'm gonna blitz you again, right? Like this. Like, once I blitz you, am I better off going for a combo or should I charge it and just do this?
That's the mix-up.
Okay.
That's the mix-up. Because if I blitz and you hold it, so let's try this situation where I'm gonna try to counter blitz but you hold it.
Okay. Oh,
right.
I have to
I
hold it.
held.
Right.
I held,
Okay.
And then you got that, right?
So, but if I actually continue to hold it, then
you'll blow me up.
Then I blow you up.
So see, that's the mind game right there.
Okay.
Of how are you going to counter blitz the blitz? So semi-charge is -2. Shout out to Gary God, by the way.
Okay. Someone's asking if we can go over dead angle a little bit too.
Sure. So dead angle attacks.
Right.
Those
just alpha counter.
They're alpha counters.
B reversals.
Yeah, and so actually, just to each one of these has different frame data and different invincibility. And so I'm just gonna pull up my amazing handy dandy gun frame app. That if you guys at home are getting into Guilty Gear, you definitely need to check gun frame out. It's a mobile app for frame data for Guilty Gear. You can also check out the Dust Loop wiki if you're trying to learn the game and you want to learn more about the specific things like that. Highly recommend it. So Johnny's dead angle attack is 14 frame startup, -6. It's 1 through 23 fully invincible.
Okay.
All right. So right there, 14 frame startup, kind of slow. I mean, it's not bad, right? But it can be baited. So if I do crouching punch,
stop.
I block, right? Now, if I do a heavier attack, I can jump cancel.
Right.
Right, but like that, I just let it rip, and then you just got it, right? And most people are not. They're going to try to bait it. Raven at least has some interesting ways of countering it with his hippie stance, which I love doing. But yeah, so if you do it again, I can also try to blitz if I'm doing like an easy one like that. But it's actually kind of tricky. Right. It's kind of tricky to do that, so. Yeah, see, it's hard for me to actually cancel into it. Because what I'm doing is, this attack, I believe, has whiff cancel ability. So some normals in Guilty Gear, just like Street Fighter 4, you can whiff cancel chains at certain frames.
You can't cancel moves into blitzes, can you?
I do not think you can.
Yeah, okay, you can.
Yeah, you have to fully recover before you do that.
Okay.
So, yeah, dead angle attacks are really effective because they cause a knockdown. I keep saying hard knockdown, like this is Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, but then even like for me, if I counter hit you in the corner, I even get a wall bounce on it, right? So.
Yeah, so let's try that. It's techable. I think that it's not a combo.
No, do a counter hit. So hit a button afterwards. So I get a counter hit. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So even on the counter hit,
I think you just missed timing there. So. It's just you have to counter the startup with my heavy slash.
Can you not get hit off of that or something?
Let's just keep trying. So I think you can, but maybe not.
I don't think so. I think you're just invincible when you're falling down like that. That's interesting. Okay.
Well, I learned something new from the James Chen stream.
I'm really sad about that. Because the first time I saw that, I was like, oh, I should combo them.
You could probably get an OTG coin.
Yeah, probably. Oh, no, wait. Oh, sorry. Do that again. Whoops. That came out as an uppercut.
That was like a circus act right there. All right, so... probably a little bit easier if you're mid-screen because the coin has an arc on it.
I was just actually going to try to OTG you into the coin.
Okay.
Oh, dang. There's no OTG timing.
Okay,
yeah,
so,
so
dead angles are just a knockdown.
Yeah,
there's no combo after it, even if you roam and nothing.
Okay, cool.
Looks like you cannot OTG that. So that's good information. I actually wasn't sure about that myself. I never went for OTGs, so that wasn't something I hadn't thought about, but yeah. So now in neutral, now we've covered a bunch of defensive options just now. So for example, you now understand that this is one of the ways you counter this approach. You have buttons that beat it. Right now, you probably, if you don't know the exact timing of when to dash in, as you can see, that's kind of a mix-up. Right, Raven has a lot of ways of manipulating that. So it's tricky because once you start, that's why forward punch is good because it's slower and it's active.
Right. But if I know,
then I'm going to take a lot of damage.
Right.
Why is Roman cancel called Roman cancel? No one knows.
Romantic,
yeah.
I mean, the thing about
say romantic in this game? Yeah, they took out romantic.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, like, when I first heard Roman cancel, I thought it was like maybe like you know how false Roman cancels are supposed to be called forced Roman cancels, and I think it was just the bad translation. I thought maybe romantic cancels are that way, but I mean Roman cancels, but they say romantic, so it's not.
Gary God, the God, by the way, has just pointed out that you can actually jump cancel normals into Blitz, and I just did it. It's very easy.
Okay. So I can do like, whoops. That's not a jump.
So standing kick would be one.
Oh, I can't hold back when I do it, right?
You have to tap up and then pre-jump frame cancel
Right.
into Blitz. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
So Bears is very good at this. He does 6 heavy with Chipp, which causes a ground bounce.
Uh-huh.
He'll do that into Blitz, that forward heavy into Blitz again.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Would shield be better option to counter pressure and conserve meter? I'm not sure what he means by shield.
Are you talking about faultless defense? This option right here, this is kind of like a green shield.
Because this does not conserve meter.
No.
It kills a lot of meter, and
This-
then I build it slower. Too.
Yeah, there's a meter gain penalty.
Yeah,
Just like
it's
if
like just
you roll and
learn.
cancel, there's 6 seconds penalty for gaining meter.
Right. Talking versus dead angle.
That's the mix-up, right? And is the dead angle is very expensive for the resources that you spend, but it's that guaranteed knockdown.
Right.
And so it's guaranteed to get out. Whereas faultless defense is more of a, if you do like standing forward heavy with Johnny, for example.
So do standing slash
Forward
like
heavy,
this,
like that, right? And if you hit me with the tippy tip, and I faultless defense that, I don't want to build my risk meter up. So I'll faultless defense. I'll sacrifice my meter to try to push you out a little bit more and not take the possible chip or the risk.
Because when you're green blocking, when you're perfect guarding, you gain
risk
less
meter,
less risk meter.
Yeah,
Okay,
and in that corner, for example, against Johnny, I'll FD a lot because that risk meter will kill me. It will end my life if I don't push you out. And I'm okay sometimes with you spending my meter to make sure I'm survived because at max range I can't dead angle you at all.
Right. Okay.
So there's different opportunities where at this range dead angle's not an option, but if Johnny gets close, it's definitely an option. But it's like that.
Right.
It's risky.
Right. I have to learn to do that a lot more too, by the way. So
yeah, so I'm basically right now we're not even going over Johnny specific stuff. This is more game theory that will help you, I think. And it's a little bit much, so I think maybe we should consider bringing it back a bit more to like more practical things.
hang on a second. So it's actually not a yellow bar, right? It's a pink bar under the. So someone said it's a yellow bar, but it's actually the pink bar that's down.
Yeah, the risk meter is
yeah.
pink. Yep. And yeah, so the other thing is, of course, using a lot of crouching heavy. Miscancel crouching heavy. That, standing kick, crouching heavy, crouching slash, crouching heavy.
Well, that's why you got to land a coin, too, because at level 1, crouching
It's
heavy,
not
but just
great.
not great.
It's
So when
not
you hit you
great,
with
but
the
it's
coin,
still
you
good.
can-
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So now I can do, I can do...
You can air dash after that.
Whoops, yeah, you can. But I can also just do that, overhead, low.
Yeah, I mean, even just doing crouching heavy and then, like, whatever, at max range is kind of difficult for a lot of characters to deal with. Because, like, right there, my fastest attack is this range right here. So...
Yeah, I have to learn the range of this move, too. So.
Yeah, and basically, if you use it like how you use standing heavy at, like, max range, or standing heavy, dash and kick, crouching heavy, miscancel, standing heavy, if you use it instead of forward heavy or standing heavy, it advances you. So it's really doing two things at once. Oh yeah. So Funk Dash posts in the chat. I should show you FD break cancel. So this is a Johnny technique.
Oh, this is the dash cancel thing, right?
So I'm gonna show you the really easy way to do this.
Okay, yeah, I've never learned how to do this.
All right, so
this.
This is something that I would recommend that you do. Hidden with a button input. So maybe doing like standing punch. Hold standing punch, and while standing punch is out, hold kick. Now I want you to input 664 64 64 64 64, which is now in non-robot speak. And you have to make sure you're holding the FD when you do this.
Okay, so after I
so hide the FD input with punch, and then do kick, and then this is what it's gonna look like. Right. Now, if you do it Johnny properly, you have to get into a certain rhythm so that you dash, and then
for some reason I keep jumping too.
So it's about that fast right there. So once you slow down the rhythm, there's an exact rhythm to it. It's kind of like this. We just do it at each other. It's okay. You gotta clean those inputs up, James.
Yeah, I know.
You got a tournament in 3 days, James. You gotta clean these inputs up. You can't be
because
jumping.
I remember in the original one, like in XX, you just mash the hell out of back and forth and it worked.
Yep.
This one is slower.
What's up, Total Pile? How you doing today, man?
Yeah,
Good to see you in the chat.
a little faster.
So there you go. So that's a good example. So that's a really easy way, if you're full screen Johnny, to close the gap. Because normally if you try to dash, show them everyone, normally dash, right? It's pretty quick. FD braking will actually save you a couple frames on that recovery. Because Johnny is actually, I mean, I think he's airborne, because if I do crouching heavy on your dash, it actually goes over it.
Jeez, okay.
Did you not
know
know
I did not know that.
Yeah,
cool.
that's a really annoying thing that I have to deal with in tournament.
Oh, okay.
So if you read below, Johnny's dash is actually considered off the ground. God. So what's happening is his dash, I don't think I can throw it. Try dash.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
I can't air throw it. But but he's not in the air, but he has lower body invincibility on that, right?
Okay. And when you hit me, do I stay on the ground though? Like do a standing attack?
Oh yeah.
So
You're on the ground.
Yeah. So it's just lower body invulnerability.
Right. So when you end your dash, there's recovery frames, and that FD cache or that FD cancel actually gets rid of those little few recovery frames. So if you dash FD break and throw me, it's actually faster.
Okay. So
and they're saying that they're hearing Facebook. They're hearing Facebook Messenger.
Oh yeah, it's probably on there. So whatever, it's fine. I don't care.
James does not care. Yo, I need to learn how to do this pose at the tournament. I need to like talk some shit and then do that.
Because that's why I need to bring shades so I can spin it around my finger and put it on my head.
Oh, you gotta wear a hat. So
yeah,
you can be like, once you are defeated, you can fall over.
Catch the hat and put it back on.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Okay, so
now we're getting to the realm of cosplay here. So.
Well, we're covering all areas for your tournament debut. Because this is really a tournament debut, isn't it,
Someone
James?
says you can throw Johnny's dash in Xrd. Just ground throw. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like we just found out, he's not airborne. He's ground. He's on the ground. He just has lower body invincibility. So.
Is that your icon? The
prayer.
Yeah, the please don't go 0-2 one.
Yep.
Okay.
The broken 2 prayer.
Nice.
Okay, so I think with this, we should play some more games.
Okay.
Let some of that information kind of stew in our heads.
Right. See if I can actually implement some of it.
Right, and I think the most important thing to implement is using Blitz against mix-ups. Not being afraid to just block, and when you instant guard and when you faultless defense. Those are good, important things to learn.
Okay.
Okay. So why don't we actually do some matches now so that we can practice round openers too? Because that's the next thing we got to go with. Because we're gonna now. What I'm gonna focus on.
Super important in this game.
Right. We went over like some core gameplay basics right there. Right. A little bit of matchup information just to kind of teach you that stuff. But now we're gonna learn round starts. Focusing on the start of the round in Guilty is really important because it sets the pace of the match. Some characters have incredible round start offensive options, but if you do anything except backdash or block, you're going to get punished. Raven is a specialist at this in my opinion, so I am known for starting rounds very offensively with crouching slash. I will tell you straight up, I'm going to start the round crouching slash. It's 9 frames. Good luck beating it. I think each character has one attack that beats it, but that one attack is like typically not a great option long term.
Someone asked, how important is it to use faultless defense as a wake-up option when the opponent is pressuring you after a knockdown? I think it just depends on the pressure,
if you're going to die from Chipp, it's important.
Yeah.
That's about it. It's all situational. Yeah, it's all situational. Okay, so James, let's focus. We're going to do a 2 out of 3 right now.
Okay.
Hey, my name is not Koogy. Good luck in the tournament today, man.
Hey,
this is my first time playing fighting games. I don't know what I'm doing. This guy's pretty cool. He's like edgelord, right?
God.
All right, good luck, man. Oh, I have to put the shades on while playing. I'm not Koogy. This is my tournament debut.
Oh God. Snag you.
was just you dying from Chipp because you didn't faultless defense.
Oh, okay. Oops, I didn't have any meter because I accidentally spent it. Not sure how to attack from the front.
Yeah, but so the first game we just played right there, way better.
Well, I blocked a lot more.
Saw it.
Yeah,
You blocked a lot more. You had more meter available. You slowly came out of the corner. That's exactly what you need to do, right? And you were playing the ground game properly, which was a dash forward, slowly moving out of the corner.
Right.
Just like in Street Fighter, how you can't just like jump out, right? It's the same thing in Guilty Gear, but super jumping out limits your options quite a bit, right? So when you did that, I was just waiting for you to land.
Right.
I just forward punch. Even if you do miss stance and you do all the fancy stuff, it doesn't matter to me.
Right.
So you were doing really good there.
Okay.
So let's do another one. Your round starts were also good, by the way. So let's just keep going. Okay. So don't get discouraged. You did a dead angle attack and Raven's low hitbox hit.
Right.
Didn't matter. That's fine. You can improve that.
Good luck, man. Yeah, that was a great first game.
Ooh, it doesn't work on Raven. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it for the combo. Oh.
Nice, man, nice. Doing it, bro. This is like Goku versus Vegeta.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so dirty. That was dirty. That was dirty. Empty jump high.
Who would have thought?
Whoops.
He had like level 3. Let it rip.
Oops, I was not faultless defensing, so I got hit.
You also had a burst.
Oh, I totally forgot. I was thinking about everything else except the burst.
Oh, good games, man. That was cool. Good looking losers. Just like that, James. Your tournament dreams are over. You're in the losers bracket. But that's okay. That's why we're role-playing the tournament situation right now, so that when the tournament happens, you won't have the same situation happen to you.
I hope the person I play isn't so dude bro. But,
well, I mean, you might be. You might get the Chris Tatarian of Guilty Gear.
Well, dude bro, and then also, like, top 3 tournament placing Raven, right?
Well,
there's not that many
it was
of them
not.
out
You played
there.
not Koogy. I'm just letting you know.
Okay,
I didn't
fair
do.
enough,
I just
fair
did
enough.
basic mix-ups. I just did mostly overheads, like we talked about. I did one command grab. I did a little bit of some tricky stuff, but that was mostly to just show you, like, at low levels, when you're not worried about the mix-ups, you still have flaws in your gameplay.
Yeah, of course,
right?
of course.
But you were doing really good with blocking. Now you saw there was a couple things you might not have noticed. Like, you tried to instant guard my dash and my glide into my jumping heavy, and that caused that issue where it doesn't cause enough hit stun or guard stun, and that it's not a true combo anymore.
Oh.
So then you got hit by the triple hit overhead.
Oh, okay.
So,
right.
Now, let's go back to training mode for a moment.
I love that shortcut button, by the way.
It's amazing.
The best thing in
I love that you can be in an online lobby and go into the settings and change your stuff and then go right back in. You don't have to actually leave the lobby. It's fantastic.
This game is so well made, I swear.
Yep. And so, one thing is that you definitely have to practice when you hit your big combos, right? Your punish combos. The fact that when we're playing, that you can drop your punish combos is a bad sign.
Oh yeah. That's muscle. But that's why I remember when the first time we played, my comment was that I need to play people who are worse than me, because then I can actually I can learn my punish combos. Right.
So that is something that you can do without me here.
Right.
So you have to.
I saw Kid Viper do that. I'm gonna have to learn basically, because I drop the double dash all the time, right? But I saw him do and then into combo like that, which is much easier. So he did like one dash into this, like that, and you still have the combo to go.
It might also help to FD break in between those dashes. It might get you closer a little bit faster.
True, okay.
Just a couple extra frames, but yeah.
Okay.
So, that's something like personally when I'm practicing a matchup, okay, like a good thing that I do that helps me a lot is I will pick a character like Soul or Kai, right? And I will have them I'll have Soul do Grand Viper with, and I will practice until I never ever drop it. I will practice the max damage punish on a crouching character. Okay, and there's a lot of attacks in this game that when blocked, when the character's like recovering, they're forced to crouch. So Greed Saber with Kai, and then like attacks that are like negative a lot, that are like very risky, are typically like that. Johnny, I don't think really has one. Maybe if you do Air's Y Handler.
This thing?
No, his Y Handler is.
Oh, this thing, yeah.
I think that one is punishable, but like that one's not forced crouch.
Right.
But I get a guaranteed punish off that, right? So it's like in situations where that's a free opportunity for you to do damage without any brain power whatsoever. So it's like practicing before the tournament against some Souls and Kais. Like maybe I can play a Soul Kai against you, and we can practice some of that stuff. It will definitely help you so that you don't drop that.
I have to do that.
I think sticking with like very basic stuff that you cannot drop in stressful situations is another good strategy. Like practicing that right now might help a little bit, but because that's going to be something that will take more time to implement into your general game plan, it might not be best to focus on that for now.
Of course.
So when we're playing in neutral, I do think that your neutral is a little bit weak. It's a little bit defensive, more than Johnny needs to be, and not using as much forward kick as you could. / miscancel forward kick. Or standing heavy, miscancel forward kick like that is very good because it keeps you close. And that's the name of the game with Johnny, is to stay close. Stay within crouching dust range at minimum. Because if you're crouching dust range, you can knock you down. And that's the goal. And that forward kick, I'm not sure exactly what the frames are. Let me double check.
I heard it's like -3 now or something like that.
It's still amazing to throw out. Even if it gets instant blocked and you get punished one time, that's okay. It's -4 on instant block. Not punishable by the majority of the cast. -1 normally.
this. Why am I not miscanceling? Oh, God, I'm so stupid.
What are you doing? What are you doing, James?
So I always miscancel my heavy button. So I'm used to doing kick into cancel with heavy. Then when I kept doing it with slash, I kept trying to cancel with slash because I'm just used to double tapping the same move.
Okay.
Same button, yeah.
Yeah. So having some, let's work on some new missed cancel opportunities to keep you close.
Right.
Because if you can do that, that will improve your offense.
Right.
And I will try to find ways to counter it, and we'll just kind of refine it real quick. So let's focus on, put me in the corner. And we're just going to practice. I'm going to be right here after knockdown. So knock me down.
Well, I need some coins, right? So.
Well, and what we'll do is put me in the corner, knock me down, do double coin, and then start your offense.
Oops. Okay.
All right, so start your offense.
Okay.
Yeah, just do it. So see, after I faultless defense you right away, you're already out of the range.
Right.
So that's a sign that you need to do more forward kick, and you need to force me to block low. So crouching slash is really strong for that, because look at the range on crouching slash. It's faster than...
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And crouching slash forward kick, miscancel, I don't know if max range will work. That's really strong, because I can't stand up. If I can't stand up, I can't jump.
Okay.
Right? So that's what crouching slash is a good check on.
Right.
And you can just harass with that move. Like that, and now you don't want to jump away.
Right.
And now that you've conditioned me not to jump away, now you do crouching slash, crouching heavy.
Right.
So.
So I can do that, right? Once I get closer.
Right. That's after your blocked forward kick is -1. Let's look at the frames real quick. So 5 kick is 9 startup. So maybe crouching punch is 6 frames. So that's -7 frames total for me to
Plus
counter.
another thing is if you actually green block it, then.
Yeah.
I probably have a little better advantage in that situation.
You do. You get pushed out a lot more, but you can still standing kick, crouching heavy.
So I can probably, that's exactly what I was. Oh,
see,
dang, that's still range.
Well, that's okay. That's why we're practicing, right? So now you can do crouching, standing kick, crouching slash, and just cancel, dash in again. Because I can't FD forever. I mean, I'm going to lose a lot of meter just doing that
and then
over
your
and over again.
tension pulse is going to keep going down. Johnny can only replenish his coins by comboing into treasure hunt.
Right.
He gets 2 coins that way.
He gets 2 items that the character treasures the
most.
most.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, that's another whole ball game of optimizing your combos. You actually, getting 2 in the middle of your combo and continuing it is very hard to do, and it's very good. So yeah, because right now your game plan is you're not using your lows a lot because you're using bar slash standing heavy, because that's how it used to be.
Right.
And Johnny's crouching slash
was muscle memory.
Yeah.
Right
So
there.
let's work on fixing that right now. So I want you to practice some options using your slash button. So standing kick, crouching slash, crouching heavy.
Oh, you mean like?
As a chain.
Okay, like that, right?
Like that.
Okay,
So that's one option, right? And that's a good option just if I'm not doing anything, if I'm just blocking low, right? There you go. All right, and it just puts you right back in my face. It actually puts you almost the same range when you start, just a little bit back more, right? But then how do you get back in? Towards kick, right?
Or I just check you with this all day, right?
Well, your goal ultimately is to have throw as a threat, because throw leads to damage. So if you do,
I gotta stop doing standing. I gotta stop doing this. That's
killing you.
I'm so used to that from
killing you,
right, because that was good.
I mean, it's still good, but it's not good to do regularly because Johnny is just going to get pushed out, and you need to make sure that you're mixing it up to the point where I can't just autopilot FD and push you away. Because standing heavy FD gets so much pushback.
Right. Now, how useful is this in the air jump cancel? No, it's just not. Okay.
Let's try it.
Right. Okay.
I'm just going to forward punch you, or I mean, I can standing kick you in that situation.
Right.
It's not even hard, but that's forward heavy into Y-handed.
Right.
Right. There, now you can start your stuff.
Oh, I gotta be careful with that.
You do.
Why did they change? Oh God, why did they change?
They did that. They did that intentionally to make Johnny harder.
Right.
I mean, let's face it. Doing a fireball motion is really easy on miscanceling. It's harder to do quarter circle back kick or quarter circle back whatever. So they made it to be a little bit tricky. Mix up Johnny players like you, who were thinking that they could just come in and do whatever they want, like XX. No, Johnny's a new character in this game.
Yeah.
So throw has to be more in your wheel of options.
Right. That's actually harder than I thought. I gotta practice
So
that.
you should definitely write that down. Is and all this stuff, really, you should review this after we're done, because I'm going over a lot of stuff that's very broad, and if you practice all this stuff before the tournament, you are going to do a lot better. So practicing your block strings will improve your offense. So right now, it's a question of what is your goal? When you're building up my wrist right here, right? Like, what is the end result of that?
Right.
Like, what can you get? You get a throw, right? So what is your counter hit throw combo?
Well, I mean, it depends on the level, right? So if I have a level 3, then you do the whole...
Well, you do the combo that guarantees damage and knockdown, is the correct answer.
Right.
Even if it's a complicated combo, like... Oh, okay, well, you're doing the fancy stuff. Well, I was thinking just the basic stuff, James. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine.
Because you can also just do something like that.
That is a good option, because that's a coin and a knockdown, and now you're back
actually,
in the same position.
You actually get...
Right. Oh, well.
Whoops. It's supposed to be only get once. There we go, and then you get 2 coins, basically, off of that.
So that's a good throw option, right? And that's not big damage, but with the stuff that I'm teaching you, you don't need to go for damage. You just need to go for consistent pressure, and staying in Johnny's range is not going to be pushed out.
Huh.
So
does that not work on Raven?
It might not work.
Right.
It might not work. Or maybe it works. I don't know. But the point is you get a coin. Level 2 is still better than level 1. Level none, as I call it.
There's level 2 right there. Level 3, I'm sorry.
So, how do you force the opponent to respect you enough so that you get close throw? Right? Some options.
Right.
Forward kick YRC.
Right.
That's a really good one. You can option select that with kick or
slash is
close
for him.
Slash.
Slash is the best.
Yeah,
one.
so you want to option select that and then learn the timing so that if it hits, because you basically if you get the throw, you can just do the combo,
right?
And it doesn't matter. But if you with the block string, then you don't have to react to it.
Right.
So
basically, like if you're blocking and I time it wrong, I have to do.
Yeah, there you go.
I have to figure something out.
Crouching slash. So.
But that's not a target though, unfortunately.
Close slash crouching heavy is not a combo?
That's a target, but it's not a true combo.
Oh, I see.
That's not a true combo. Yeah.
Well,
but most people.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of stuff I do that's not safe, and no one punishes it. For your level right now, you're not like. I mean, James, I want to see you in top 8. You might not get top 8, just so you know ahead of time. So do the stuff.
What kind of teacher are you? I wanted my money's worth out of this. I paid you premium money.
Excuse me. You walked into my dojo, my karate shop on the corner next to the Starbucks, and you come in and you want to beat the master right away, James.
Dude, I bought you some tasty ramen,
oh my God,
and I expect top 8. I expect some top 8 action.
We're taking a timeout. Timeout. Pause that. This ramen spot I went to. Whoa!
It's the place that I tweet about it all the time. I tell people that's the reason why I love that place. So
ridiculous. I'm sorry, guys. By the way, in the chat, if you're asking questions, I didn't see a lot of them because I'm really in the zone teaching James some stuff. So if you have a specific question for me, you should probably put @JamesChen in the chat because I'm kind of looking at that, and just say like @JamesChen Koogy, and then address it to me, and I'll answer your question directly, just so you know.
Oh, you can't reach him. He's too skinny. Interesting.
So this kind of stuff right now, like your defense was good enough where I feel like that's just something you should, you're fine with. But your neutral and your offense, that was lacking because I was never scared.
See, thank you, Spike. See, that's perfect use of the emote. That's the perfect use of the emote right there. Yeah. I need to get rid of the muscle memory of this.
That's and the best way to do that is to create new muscle memory.
Right, exactly.
So I want to see you do 10 in a row. Standing kick, crouching slash, miss, cancel, dash up, throw. Right now, let's go in a row. Every time you mess up.
Which
standing kick, crouching slash, miss, cancel, throw.
Like that?
Yeah. 1. Let's do it again. 2. All right. By the way, this is actually. I'll give it to you. But you should option select that shit.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, that's a freebie, so you get 3. There you go, that's good. There you go.
So that was a mess up.
It's okay, it's because you're hitting me, and I'm in additional hit stun, so my throw invincibility is still active.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's okay, because that's something you're going to encounter a lot, right? And so you just need to be aware of it. Sometimes it's going to hit. A lot of the times it's going to hit, actually, because most people are just going to stand up against Johnny to try to jump back. So...
Is it better to do the green cancel for Johnny?
If you have the execution to do it, yeah, you'll recover faster. I don't know the exact frames. I'm just gonna bullshit this number. I feel like it's 2 to 3 frames faster recovery.
gotta watch out for that.
That's a half circle back forward motion.
Right.
So that means you're holding your miss stance too long, and you need to press heavy and then forward.
Yeah, I just need to see what my inputs are, and then I'll be able to figure out why I'm doing that. I'm definitely negative edging my. You know what I should do? I should not cancel with the medium button.
You should try using some other buttons. So while you're doing that, you're still doing the same drill. Don't you think that I'm going to let you stop? You're going to keep practicing this right now. This is important. I'm going to read the chat. All right, Koogy, I'm pretty new to Guilty Gear. When should I red or yellow Roman cancel? So you don't actually know when to do it. So yellow Roman cancels only work when the opponent is not in hit or guard stun, right? So you use yellow Roman cancels to extend pressure. Say that you're playing high and you throw a fireball. You wire C the fireball so that you can dash in before it or recover faster. Or let's say that you threw a big heavy attack and you don't actually want it to come out, right? You press wire C to cancel it. So you use an opportunities where you made a mistake or you want to continue offense and the opponent's not in guard stun. Now for red Roman, you want to do red Romans at specific points in a combo to extend damage or to create a better position for yourself. You can also red Roman cancel certain situations if you mess up and you want to just kind of get back. What are you doing? Get back to doing that.
I'm trying to make sure I can follow up.
Okay, that's a good point. I'll allow you to do that, but do basic stuff. All right, so back to it. James is trying to be James over here. I'm not going to allow it. I'm running a tight ship around here, you guys. All right.
Okay.
So, next question. If you guys have any chat questions, if you're totally new to Guilty Gear, you have no idea what we're talking about, you don't know what a punch button is, I want to hear your question. No judgments. I'm not going to make fun of you. If anyone in the chat makes fun of you, I'll bop them instantly. I won't put up with that.
Like, I'm going to ban them because
this is my channel. I said bop them. Bop them. I'm gonna bust out the hammer. I'm going to be like this Dan figure, like, whatcha. Just like that, right on their face.
What do the cool kids say these days? GTAB or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, GTAB. I don't know if that's the cool kids say that, but
yeah, that's true.
Some kids definitely say that. Get back to it, James. I see you goofing around.
Well, because you're not getting.
All right, stream. Ask me your questions while James is stuck doing this tedious mix-up over and over and over again. Koogy, can I cancel Blitz with Roman cancel? I don't know, actually. No. Oh yeah, you can. Okay.
But can you YRC it?
No. So that red X, guys. If you see a red X when you try to red Roman something or YRC, that means that the game will not allow it. So uppercuts, you can't do that.
There's a mix-up that I've never seen anybody do yet. But you know how like if they block your uppercut, you can red Roman cancel it, right? But if you block an uppercut and then if I dead angle, I go into neutral and all of a sudden you can't Roman cancel it anymore. I've never seen anyone do that, but like I feel like that might be a dirty way to punish uppercut Roman cancels.
I feel like this is an option select that they took out. In Sign, there was the YRC option select where if you did burst and you were in a string, you would get a YRC instead of a red Roman.
Right.
So yeah. So So what was the other question? Get back to it. You keep going. I know.
Answer one of the questions.
No, you can't. You're not. You're not the stream runner.
Hey, what?
Yeah, you're doing this.
What channel is this? This is
I've taken over your channel right now. You're practicing this for the tournament, right?
Yes, I am.
You will never do standing kick, standing heavy again, will you?
I don't know. We'll see.
That's right. All right. So let me look at it. Where's the mouse at on this keyboard? Where's my mouse at on my keyboard? Where is it at? Scroll up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you. All right. So I'm gonna look at the chat right now, you guys. Koogy, do you have any simple advice for a very bad jam player?
Don't use jam. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, I recommend that you look up Teresa's jam or Doran2K's jam. There's a website called keeponrock.in. That's a video database that the Guilty Gear community put together. I highly recommend you look up jam on that site. If you guys haven't been there before, check it out right now. It is going to be your race. Like, you're going to go there and you're going to be like, wow, I've never want to see this many videos in my life. There's too many videos. So watch a top player with jam. And, let's say that you're playing a soul player locally, right? Or whatever character matchup. Look up jam versus that character and watch what they do. Now, if you're a beginner and you don't know combos, go to combo mode and perfect all those combos. And when I say perfect, I mean you need to get to the point where it's like James Chen right here, doing stuff in the corner over and over again while his sensei is yelling at him repeatedly to not look at anything else and not get distracted. Just practice this one thing over and over again. Because you need to be able to execute that in a tournament. Alright, next question. Koogy, James Chen, I'm getting into Guilty Gear, playing Axe Court, and loving it. That is good to hear, man. Koogy, I've been playing Jacko for a few weeks. Do you think I'd like playing Guilty Gear? No, you wouldn't. You like playing Jacko, though.
Is that an inside joke?
No, just Jacko doesn't play like a
Yeah,
Guilty Gear
I know,
character.
she
She's
totally
she's like a MOBA character.
Yeah,
I heard the term X amount of block a lot, but what does it mean? We're talking about frame advantage. So when attack is blocked, if you both hold up, right, which character jumps first? That's frame advantage. Right.
I've always described it basically as...
James actually has a whiteboard over here. James, my lovely assistant, if he wants to, he can grab it, but it's not important. But it basically explains that, like, if an attack is even, both characters can do attacks at the same time, right? If you're plus on block, when you throw an attack out, you can throw an attack out X many frames faster than the opponent. So if you both have a 5-frame normal, and I do an attack that's +2 on James, and I throw my 5-frame normal, it now becomes basically a 3-frame normal for him to counter me. So that's what that means. I hope that answered your question.
Basically, the way I've always described it is that whenever you block an attack, you're frozen for a little bit. You're in block stop. Whenever you do an attack, after the attack finishes, you have follow through.
Yeah.
Both of those have to last a certain amount of time. Right. One of them is going to recover before the other most of the time. Yeah. If it recovers first, then it's plus, and etc., etc. So.
Exactly. All right, so Naughty Senpai 69.
What's up, Naughty
Excellent
Senpai?
name, by the way. I have not seen you before. I often hear in tournament commentary that Soul wants to play a stable game and keep people out. Now, I just started out, and when I look at Soul, he looks like a character that wants to go nuts and blank people up in the corner. What are Soul's actual strengths and weaknesses, and how could I start formulating a basic game plan with him? I'm not sure whose commentary you're listening to that says Soul wants to keep out. Soul wants to be about 5 pixels from the character at all times. Soul wants to get in the face, specifically because forward punch beats most upper body attacks, like most pokes. Crouching dust beats almost everything else because it's so low profile. And his command grab wild throw leads to a mix-up and a combo. So, Soul wants to be close. He also has an uppercut that you could roam in on block or hit and lead to a combo. He's a threat up close. So if you want to learn Soul, his weaknesses are he gets zoned. If a character can keep him out of that close range, he's weaker. He has to take more risk to get close. And I don't think Soul has a lot of disadvantages. He's very solid. He's a very straightforward character. I guess because of that, his mix-ups are a little bit weak. He doesn't really have, like, high lows.
All he's about is that wild throw.
His wild throw is really the scary element of his game because you can block all day against Soul. His only overhead on the ground is standing dust.
Yeah, I've always, like, I remember when we were describing him when Choi Sauce and I were doing a lot of stuff, like, it's funny because wild throw, like, makes everyone angry, but honestly, if he didn't have it, like, Soul would be garbage.
He'd be like Kai. I mean, how do you block Kai? You just hold down back, right? Soul with the command grab makes it so you can't just down back. Well, Greed Saber is kind of the same idea. It's a high risk overhead. So. Okay, so I'm going to try to get through these next questions. James, you have 2 more minutes in timeout doing this thing over and over again. Actually, let's mix it up, James. I want you now to do crouching slash, crouching heavy, miss cancel.
Crouching slash, crouching. But wait, okay, so do you want me to do into air dash or
just,
into what?
For now, just cancel.
So
I want you to get good at canceling every time. And then just doing it over and over and over. No whip. Alright, Showbiz 54. Wait, let me make sure I didn't miss any. Naughty Senpai, I hope I answered your question. Let me know if I didn't. If you need more specifics, I'll try to answer that.
The only thing I'll add to Soul is that if you're ever far away, just Fafnir people all day.
Yeah, Fafnir is a great mid-screen poke. It just comes out. It's a big FU to the opponent. If they press any button, they tumble on the ground. They go across state lines. It's ridiculous. They'll just fly to the corner. Alright, Showbiz 54. Shout out to Showbiz. I see you in my chat all the time. Koogy, what should one focus on first when learning a new character in Guilty Gear? Learn your normals, learn your specials, learn your supers, do your instant kill and get hype, go to combo mode, learn your combos. The combo mode in Guilty Gear will explain to you how the character works, essentially. So you're going to see, like, okay, continue to do that, continue, I like that, continue that. It'll help.
Oh, dude, he died.
He died, that's good, keep doing that. So the combo mode will show you how the character works, because combos explain a lot about the character's Gatling routes or their way of canceling their normals into each other. It explains, like Johnny right now. Like, if you see, he can continue pressure by doing crouching heavy, air dash, and then he gets a bunch of hits.
Is there a way to prevent the death from happening in this thing, or no?
No, if you just keep doing that, they'll die. Alright. Who is the most powerful character in the Guilty Gear series, Koogy? Are you talking canon or, like, in tournament? Because in tournament, Sin is probably the best character, in my opinion.
Is he considered the best right now?
Overall, yeah. I think it's Sin, Johnny, Elfeld. No order. And Millie as Otto are all in the same area. But I personally feel like Sin, for how much effort it takes to be good with him, he is by far the best character in the game. Koogy, Juki Dookie says, Koogy, I'm new to Guilty Gear and I'm learning Millie and I'm having trouble finding ways to approach the opponent and recognizing openings. Do you have any tips for newbie? Juki Dookie, use Silent Force, which is your hairpin attack. Just air dash at the opponent. If they are anti-airing you, throw the hairpin. That's what it's for. It'll get you a counter hit, stagger, then you get your air combo, and now you get your mix-up. If that's not working, use max range crouching dust into your roll. That is your best low option, and it's about mid-screen. You know, it's a pretty good mid-screen option. You can use your roll into heavy slash, which I'm not sure what that move is called, but it's like a hair stab attack, and that's another good option. If the opponent's trying to like press a button against your roll, that stab on counter hit is pretty good. So I hope that answered your question, Juki Dookie. Let's see, Lost Vein 91, shoutouts to you. You're like a CNN reporter in my channel, all the time asking me the good-ass questions. I like it. All right, James, you got a question. Do you always keep your thumb on P and pinky on D? The standard Guilty Gear button layout always felt weird for my big American hands. So what are you doing right now? Your hand is hovering over the buttons. So
I use my thumb on P. Yeah,
so you use your thumb on P. What about dust?
Dust? Let me think.
Just do your stuff. Do standing kick, crouching dust. Yeah, so you use your ring finger.
Yeah, I pull down like that.
Now when you burst, what do you burst? So you use your thumb and index. Yeah, so you actually don't use your pinky.
Yeah, I don't use my pinky.
I don't like using pinky either. I like using these four.
Which is why actually I do that pinky thing, you know, when I'm playing on joystick a lot, I do the pinky thing.
Is that where the pinky floats?
Yeah.
Like the fancy pinky?
Yeah,
it's like when you're sipping champagne like
that?
Yeah,
okay. Doing that thing. Yeah,
it's the bourgeoisie pinky.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right,
so. If I'm drinking a drink, I'll be like...
Yeah, there you go. I respect that. I do the same thing. Holding the phone with the pinky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, you know what? See the strap on the back of my phone right here?
Is that the pinky hole?
No. Before, I used to hold my phone on my pinky like this,
that's what
right?
I do too, yeah.
I got carpal tunnel from this.
No shit, really?
Yeah, I got carpal tunnel, so I had to get this so I would stop using the
it's like kind of like a cool magic trick. I didn't know you had that for a while. I was like, how are you holding your phone with two fingers?
It's like...
Ooh, James Chen's Magic Show.
Yeah, exactly. So...
It's like pulling a rabbit out of your hat. Okay. Yeah. TF2OP says, not Guilty Gear specific, but some tips for a stick beginner. All right.
Okay, I'm good at that part.
All right. I'm just going to show you mine. Hand to the left. Hold it with your thumb. All your inputs right there. Just don't let go of the stick. Don't let go of the stick.
Yeah.
Be willing to move your hand with the stick.
And also,
look at this. I'm moving the whole hand. I'm in there.
The two biggest pieces of advice that I give for joystick users, especially ones that are using TE2s and Horis and stuff like that, number one is that don't ride the edges. That is, you want to learn not to ride the edges.
You want to have a gentle hold.
Right, because that's when you use a pad, like grabbing that PlayStation pad over there, when you use the analog stick, your tendency is to push it against the edges, right? That is not what you want to do with these sticks because they got the square gate.
Yeah.
Learn to move the joystick in the motions yourself and take it. Right. And the second piece of advice I always give is take advantage of the recentering spring. Because that can do 80% of the work for you in like everything.
Instant air dash, just do it.
When I do a fireball code, for example, I hit down and then I don't even like do a half circle. I just start pushing towards the right.
Yep, exactly.
Because the centering will bring it back up to the middle.
Exactly.
Right?
So, you don't have to put any pressure to bring it up. It will naturally move up.
Yeah, those are the two things that I always say about that.
Okay, so I have been reading some old questions. So this is lightning round. James, you've been doing good on the crouching slash miss cancel. I want you to now practice standing kick, crouching dust, miss cancel, dash, and then do any of the other things we did.
So wait, you mean like?
Yeah.
And then, but it's gonna knock them over, right?
I'll block.
I'll set them on the.
Okay, you can turn off my controller. Yeah. All right. So Koogy, thoughts on the Loke test 2? Loving it, it's great. I'm super excited to see what they do next because every character's interesting now.
Switch off.
Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Koogy, when should I use wire C? Use it when the opponent is not in hit stun or guard stun. Use it to increase your offense. If you're not sure exactly, watch tournament videos by going to keeponrock.in and look up the player that plays your character and watch when they use it and copy them. And then once you copy them, you'll learn on your own over time cool new ways to use it. Koogy, which of Johnny's attacks will force the opponent to crouch block? I feel like this is a Jeopardy question. What is? I'm not sure. I don't think he actually has an attack that forces crouch block. Now that I think about it,
I don't think he does. No.
Most characters I think don't have forced crouch. Like Jam has one, Sin has one, but a lot of characters don't have that. So.
Yeah, Sin, they almost kind of do it
intentionally
on
for his combos
to make it harder for some combos to connect.
Well, far slash into stab
is
not a combo without the crouch.
Right. But there were some combos that you could do with the H into towards H that don't work on crouching characters. That would be too good if they were actually standing.
All right, Mega Rizwan 20 says, Koogy, how hype are you for Rev 2 Raven? Oh, I am so hyped. Oh,
you're actually gonna use the emotion thing finally, right?
God. I'm a Raven. I'm so hyped for that. Do you have any idea how good Raven is in the low test too? Like, there was like some like tweet that was going around that was basically like, Sin does a lot of damage in the air, whatever. Raven gets meter way too fast. And it's just a picture of Raven doing his stance and he has max level excitement. It's like, he got so much meter in that stance now. It's crazy. Alright, let's see here. Let's see here. Koogy, which of Johnny's attacks force opponent crouch block? Yeah, we already went over that. Okay. James Chen, is it difficult to be a communist comrade and a competitive Guilty Gear player and dedicated weeaboo at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. Should I practice confirming into combos since my internet is too bad to play legitimately? Yes. Me and you. Who do you want announced next?
I mean, they put bike in already, so I'm kind of like,
true.
I'm good at that point, right?
All right, I want Bridget back.
Okay, yeah.
I want Bridget.
I'd be okay with that. Shoot.
Ultima's Rage. Oh yeah, Koogy, does Guilty Gear have a lot of single-player content? Story mode? Yes. It has an 8-hour visual novel story mode. It has a great mission mode that teaches you how to play the game at like a tournament level with all sorts of matchup information. It has a really fun mini game that teaches you how to move around the screen. So if you're a total beginner and you've like never actually played a fighting game before, this game, without even playing online or having any friends whatsoever, you can actually learn how to play a fighting game legitimately with this game. Okay, that's all the combos right now. So now let me see. Let me see your muscle memory. Let's see how it's looking right now. It's okay.
I actually really hate the fact that, well, I mean, they did it on purpose, that close slash does not target combo into anything that far slash target combos into and vice versa.
It's actually +3 on block.
You mean this move right here?
Yeah, that's +3.
Oh, okay. So I can just use this.
That's +3 and 6 startups. So you can actually do it twice.
So if, in other words, if I did this and I don't get the crouching heavy, what's? Oh, that's right. That does work. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But if you do it and then you recover, just do standing kick. That's 9 frames,
right,
6 frames. You know, that would work. You could do.
Oh shoot! See,
crouching kick. You can do forward kick. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff after close slash. So, that right there, I think we can play some more matches now because you just did a hell of a lot of muscle memory training, and I think that we're just gonna get in there. So whenever you're ready, we'll play another match. Koogy, how do I practice confirming without playing a real person? I'm glad you asked that. Go to the option that says block settings, block switching. Random. There you go. There you go. That's how you practice confirm combos, right there. Look at that combo. James Chen is doing 80% damage like nobody's business.
I can do the combos, but that's all I can do.
James Chen, how do I block the online unblockable Greed Saber? That's a great question, isn't it? James Chen's hands gotta hurt by now. How do your hands hurt? Do they hurt right now?
No.
No, that's right, they don't hurt, because you're gonna be a champion. You're gonna be practicing for the next 36 hours straight.
Do you know how long I've spent in training mode before?
How long, James?
Dude, I have been in like Marvel training modes and Guilty Gear training modes
Yeah.
for probably like 5 hours before. In fact, the longest session I've ever played of a fighting game is probably Guilty Gear. With me and my friend in XX, when we used to play Johnny Zappa all day.
Oh,
and basically, by the end of the day, like when the day started, we were good friends like we normally were. By the end of the day, we hated everything about each other.
That's amazing. But I'm not surprised. Guilty Gear can bring out the salt.
Oh, yeah.
It can bring out the hype, but it can also bring the salt. Oh, look at you doing the fancy combo.
I'm not
That is
great.
a hard.
Oh, yeah.
That is a hard
it's so
input
fun.
to do.
It's fun to do, though.
Oh yeah, the other only thing I know about Guilty Gear is the badass dragon-looking robot character called Justice. Is she gonna be playable in this game in the future? Probably not.
She doesn't fit canonically, right? That's the problem.
I don't know anything about the story mode.
Yeah, Justice is already. I mean, they spent the whole story mode trying to recreate it.
Yeah. I feel like Justice doesn't fit right now.
Yeah.
And her game plan.
I mean, it's
is
like Cliff
so,
is never gonna come back because Cliff is dead technically too.
Like the thing is that Justice was a character that was just added to actual tournament play in Plus R, which is the last version of Guilty Gear before Xrd. And Justice was one of those characters that like just messes the game up a little bit. Like has very polarized matchups. Like Slayer and Justice is the worst match in the game. I think it's an 8-2. It's legitimately almost impossible to win that match
For Slayer?
For Slayer, yeah, because the way that the character works, it's too good. And generally, what they've done with most of the characters is they've reworked them to kind of cover how other characters work a little bit. So like before Johnny was in the game, May had aerial insignia. She had a knockdown, right? And there's other characters in the old Guilty Gear that had aerial knockdowns that went for like setup and Oki, like Bridget and Anji. And they kind of ported those concepts over to the new characters a little bit more, and they've fleshed out some different styles. So I don't know. I don't think Justice will be coming back personally. Koogy, were you having James practice infinite pressure strings? Yeah, well, basically what I was trying to do is James was talking about his muscle memory, how he's doing standing kick, standing heavy as his only major pressure string on block.
Which is still going to happen, too, by the way.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's okay. But you need to have more muscle memory, like 3 or 4 different options for block strings. And teaching James to practice throw and getting into the mindset of dash throw as being part of the mix-up. Because it was a mix-up before, but in the past, it was more beneficial, I think, for Johnny to build your risk meter and then do a random low into like 50%.
And plus, he also had what the other thing that he had that was really good was the instant air insegna.
Yeah, he had an overhead option.
Right,
so.
into Roman cancel in the corner. So you could build up all this pressure in the corner until the risk meter, and then all of a sudden, Roman cancel, and then you would just lose all your life.
Johnny. Let me explain to you guys Insignia real quick. Johnny would reach into the cool-ass coat he's got. It looks like he doesn't got anything there. No, he's got a bottle of Jack. He throws the bottle of Jack and then slices it in half. And his slice ignites the liquid inside the bottle. And that's the hit. What? That's so dope. They got rid of it. They said, Johnny, you don't need it anymore.
I'm so sad.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so there's some other questions in here. Lost Bane 91 says, James, do you feel you have benefited from this session with Koogy? Can you conclude your gameplay has improved?
I feel like I will know how to fight Raven a lot better right now, but I won't know about like all this stuff until I actually start going into the fight to figure it out, because I also understand that all the stuff that you learn in training mode means nothing until you start playing into a real match and starts getting used to it.
Do you think we should just grind right now? Should I just play random characters and grind?
Sure, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.